Hi, it's Wasabi, welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Ghost Town map, and it's an assault game. We've got Buddypal from Clan in the Type 59G, and he's got 10 minutes with the team to either destroy all the enemy tanks or to cap. Assault, there's only one cap, which is the defending team's cap. Now, the city area is pretty common for heavy tanks to battle. Looks like he's travelling through the city at this point because the enemy spawn is outside of that area. But he's diverting off to the edge now. Not seeing any targets. And just waiting to see what gets spotted. That's a VK3002, so he's seen Tiger in the middle on the spawn, possibly hasn't moved yet. And he's just looking to see whether they've spread to the side. No, it doesn't look like they have. There's a Super Hellcat there, and he's basically heading out to the edge of the map, basically to try and put the enemy tanks on the edge of his view range. Makes it difficult for them to spot him. So Type 59G is a medium tank, tier 8, so camo is around about 30 to 35, depending on crew, skills and directives, etc. So it does have reasonable camo, but it's not like a light tank. Where camo on the move is different from camo while stationary. Okay, there's that Tiger 1. A bit hard to tell if he's moving. Has changed from probably what he would have been when the game started, so probably not AFK, but he's saying there maybe to protect the base, who knows, but the base is pretty vulnerable, it's out in the open. Anyway, he's found a Super Pershing there and a Centurion 5-1 and a good position in the bushes here. And you can see, if you have a look at the mini-map, they're pretty close to the view range edge, so it's very unlikely to get spotted here unless a light tank comes around. Now, one problem due to the range is you can see the reticle is about the size of the height of the tank, so it doesn't give you a whole lot of precision in shooting. So sometimes it'll hit the turret, and Centurion 5-1's got a fairly tough turret. He's managing to pull some damage out of there, so it's gone over 1.2k. But there you go, it's just done critical damage. That could have gone into the turret and damaged a view device or hit the tracks, a bit hard to tell. But Centurion 5-1's not noted for its armour, apart from the turret. And there you go, managed to get a shot in there. He's down to one shot now, he's going to get the kill. No, that one looked like it went a bit wide. Again, you can see on the mini-map there, outside his view range circle now, so just being spotted, but there you go, gets the kill. So, Buddypal's first kill, and he's on 1500, and there's the Super Pershing still there, tracks him. Is anyone else going to damage him while he's tracked? Doesn't look like it, apart from Buddypal. He's getting some damage in. No, he has got some track damage, track destroyed damage. But there you go, is the accuracy at distance, not allowing you to put shots in precisely. So even though he's firing premium rounds, and this is APCR, APCR does lose penetration over distance, so that's probably one of the effects that we're seeing here as well. You see those effects in the garage when you're looking at your rounds. It'll give you a range chart and the penetration at each range. So be pretty much losing penetration there. Finally gets the kill though. That brings him up to 2 kills, and he's just a touch under 2k of damage. So doing well so far. And pushing up now, trying to get an angle. The game is fairly evenly balanced. They're 7-all, but as I mentioned at the start, this is a 10-minute game, and you have to win by capping, which means you need to be protected or to kill all the enemy tanks. So there's a chance for both, of course, depending on how well the enemy team plays. He's found an ISU 152k. That's the premium Soviet tank destroyer at tier 8. Got a very punchy gun in terms of the amount of damage it does. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that too many times. And there's a Scorpion G right out in the middle there. And will Buddy get spotted? Yes, he does, yeah. Now that would have been spotted just before he fired, I would think, but the Scorpion's not facing him. He's going to get the kill. No, he doesn't, but he does get some spotting damage. So he does get spotted, wants to get away from Artie if possible. So he backs up. No, he wouldn't be spotted now. Looks like some shots coming in on that T25 AT, so Buddy's just being a bit cautious here. 4 minutes to go. Yes, he got a shot on this 7032 just on the roof. Now, you can penetrate the roof, but doesn't look like he's got enough height to really shoot down on it. From the distance he's at, the angle would be too slim and would most likely a ricochet, so not worth wasting a shot there. He's got the rest of his team basically clumped around him. They do need to make inroads on the enemy team. In fact, the enemy team is now 1 up, and the closer they get, those tank destroyers up on the edge of the map will basically be being spotted for by that 703, and he needs to deal with them. But now he's got some shots there. Oh, there's another Soviet tank destroyer there, the Su-152, the non-premium version. Puts a blind shot in. Does he get credited any damage? No, that we've seen, so we'll have a look at the end of the game. But they seriously need to do something now. There's only 3.5 minutes to go, approximately. Still quite a few enemy tanks to deal with. Yeah, but he's heading in this direction because he's noticed there's HWK-30 that's been spotted up in the corner. And when he's been spotted again, will he get a shot in on him? Yes, he does. It's made Buddypal spotted, so it might be some incoming artillery fairly soon. But he needs to get rid of this Hawk 30, who will continue to light up his team. So he's chasing him down as fast as a Type 59 will go. Didn't mention, of course, this is the Type 59 Gold, pretty obviously. Buddy just acquired that recently in the black market. That was available right at the end if you got the right die roll from the loot box at the end. And I can tell you this is at least the 3rd ace tank he's got in this tank in the last few days, so we'll just pick the best of the map, the games that he's had. But I can tell you he's been playing it pretty well. And there you go, incoming artillery shot there. Now there's still 2 tanks down and there's only 2 minutes to go, so they need to get a move on. So it looks like Buddy's going to come here and try and flank that 703, who's been doing a good job of spotting. And they do have a tank on cap. So there you go, 703 is pushing around, trying to light up that Centurion 5-2. Buddy's been spotted. That is probably the 703. Now he's got a nice side shot on him, gets rid of him. That's a good takeout there. And in fact, that Centurion 5-1 is continuing to cap, which is good. No, it's been reset or he's moved off. No, he's moved off. Okay, now that's not a good move. 1 minute 45 to go. You're going to need to get a few on cap if you're going to win this, or kill all the remaining tanks. And there's 4 tanks to go, well, 3 tank destroyers and an arty. So Buddypal, he is full health. He's got 3.6k damage. He's got most of the damage of the team, I would say, at this point. And he needs to start taking out those tank destroyers. For 2 reasons. One, to stop them pushing in, so they deal with him. If they can get 1 more tank on cap, that'll be that T25. Gets rid of the arty. That's a good take. The arty would basically be able to lob shells in on the cap if the tanks are spotted. Eats a shot in his tracks, and he's taking some hits there, but he's got plenty of hit points at this point. He's just gone over 4k damage, taking out this AKV. AKV's managed to get shots into him though, so, and he's getting hits from a T25-2 that he can't see. He's probably up on the hill there. Puts a blind shot towards that tank. Can he get rid of this IKV? 1 more shot, and that's him gone. That's his 5th kill. But he's tracked, and he's down to a 1 shot now, but he's got that ISU in front of him, and he makes short work of him. That's his 6th kill. That gives him the top gun. There's 2 tanks on cap now, and that T25-2 is not going to get there in time. There's only 21 seconds left, but there's 8 seconds to go on the cap, so very close game in terms of time. He puts a quick shot in there, but that T25 Dash 2 is leaving his run too late. The cap is finished. That is the win. 7 seconds to go. Good result there. So another ace tanker game there from Buddypal, the third in a row for that tank that I've seen. Top Gun for the 6 kills, high caliber award for most damage, and also the Spartan award for surviving hits after you've been reduced to less than 10% of your own hit points, which that's the end game that he was in. 4.7k of direct damage and 9.2 of assisted. It gave him a base experience of 1483, so nearly 1500, significantly above the baseline. Got assistance there from the TS5, 3.2k, and the Centurion there with 2k, so good work there from his team to support him. And the 703-2 on the other side end up with the most damage on his side as well as the most experience, so indicating the importance of that position. 38 shots fired, 31 hit and 22 penetrated. That indicated the long range shooting, and you can see there 2.9k, nearly 3k of damage done over a range of more than 300 meters. So that was his sniping there to try and whittle down the enemy. And in the end, he paid the price, over 64k of credits lost, but I don't think Buddy cares too much. He's trying to mark that thing as quickly as possible. Anyway, thanks.